Hey guys, so it is 1:20 in the morning and I'm drinking a cup of coffee, so that's nothing new. But recently I put out an APB for AMA acronyms. I'm gonna answer some questions, okay? Cool. Top 3 pop songs of 2014. Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. Take Me to Church counts as a pop song. Yeah, and I will say Blank Space by Taylor Swift is really good. What motivates you to stay happy? Good music, being around people that make me happy. The fact that I live in Seattle has definitely been a lot more motivating lately because I'm just surrounded by things that I like and people that I like and like stuff that I can just go do. So that, generally, surrounding myself with good peeps. I met a lot of great people last year, so it helps, it helps. If you could live in any book / movie / TV for a week, what would it be? I would love to live in the apartment with like Coach and Schmidt and Nick and Winston and Jess in New Girl because I feel like it would be hilarious as shit. What's your opinion on electronic music like house or drum and bass? I like listening to it to an extent. It's just really boring to photograph, and that's a lot of how I judge going to see live music these days. I'm like, would I go see it? Would it be fun to see? No. I appreciate it and I respect it. I just wouldn't really go pay to see it. Is there one band that you wish to take pictures of but you haven't yet? There's so many bands on my bucket list, like you guys don't even know. Like Radiohead, yeah. Foo Fighters, I don't count photographing them at Sasquatch like 4 years ago because I was in the crowd. So Foo Fighters. Worst album of the year? I don't fucking listen to bad music. Honestly, I don't really pay attention. Like if it... album, it's all subjective. Probably something by Iggy Azalea or like one of the shitty metalcore bands that we listen to at Hot Topic on a constant basis. I don't know, I don't pay attention if I know it's gonna be bad. Like, what's the point of that? What was your first video? I got a YouTube channel because I wanted to upload like fan videos of Grey's Anatomy. So that's a thing that I did. I was one of those people. But like my first blog? Like I just sat in front of my webcam and talked for like 12 minutes and just like didn't edit it. Like I'll post a link to them below because it's on my old channel. Like a bunch of them are still up. This question was funny. Favorite Starbucks drink this season / favorite Christmas movie? Totally different, just saying. I kind of dig the chestnut praline even though I only got it like twice. I just get white chocolate mochas. Like that's just my thing. I don't do like seasonal drinks. I would like eggnog lattes if they didn't use like full fat eggnog. If they use soy eggnog, it would be much better. And then favorite Christmas movie? Christmas Vacation? I like Christmas Vacation, Elf, and Beautiful Girls. Even though it's not technically Christmas, it's winter. I also like Die Hard because fucking Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Like, it's great. Favorite record stores in Seattle? I'm gonna be as cliche as possible. I really love Sonic Boom in Ballard. It's also like 10 minutes away from my house, so that doesn't suck. And then Easy Street in West Seattle is like big and gorgeous and like 2 stories and they have food and it's like in a really good part of town and it's real great. I mean, I haven't really ventured to all of the record stores in town, so I mean, I guess I can't like speak fully on them, but Sonic Boom in Ballard's really good. Easy Street in West Seattle is really good. Most awkward moment of the year? Probably not saying hi to Hosier. That was pretty awkward. But no, wait, no, most awkward moment of the year was when I told my friend that I had a crush on him and then he didn't reciprocate, so. Feelings and shit. Would you ever try out an alternative fashion like goth, cyberpunk, Japanese street fashions? I mean, I'm not gonna say I won't, but like I don't really feel like I would just because I'm not really into any of those things. Japanese street fashions, I'm like, I've seen pictures, I'm like, that ain't me. Goth, like, that ain't me really. And like cyberpunk, I'm not entirely sure what that is. As far back as you can remember, what's the first thing you ever geeked out on? I really love this question. I mean, I geeked out hardcore on like Rugrats when I was a kid. Like Rugrats was my jam. And when they had Rugrats all grown up, I kind of freaked out because I was like, this ain't right. This is not okay. But that probably, and like when Harry Potter first came out, like I'm just gonna, Harry Potter, like fucking Harry Potter. Like I was like 11. I've been thinking of trying some whiskey. What are your brand recommendations to drink straight, or what would you mix it with? I really love Jameson. That is kind of my jam. And I recently mixed it with soy eggnog, which did not suck. I mean, everybody loves Jack Daniels at some point in their life. So like Jack's really good. If you like more of the sweet, kind of smooth whiskey, I've developed a taste for Pendleton because it's what my mom drinks. And Pendleton's way better than Crown Royal when it comes to Canadian whiskey. Jameson is my drink of choice. I prefer the Irish whiskey to the Tennessee whiskey, but I prefer my whiskey mixed with ginger ale and ice. That is my drink of choice. What made you want to dye your hair, and what made you come to the decision of dyeing it green/blue? My sister's always had different colored hair, like growing up. Like she's had like purple, blue, orange, pink hair since she was like 16, and she's 22 now. I've been growing my hair out from a pixie for like 3 years, and this was the first thing I actually got to do with it since growing out my hair, because I wanted to do something different because I was so bored with it, but I didn't want to cut it off. I didn't want to go red because red is a pain in the ass to get out of your hair, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do green. And I've seen pictures of how green fades, and I really, really liked it, and I feel like it would have complemented my complexion, and I have a lot of clothes that look good with it, and my makeup works well with it, so I was like, let's just do green, I don't care. Is there something you don't necessarily regret but would never do again? I mean, I'm gonna try to get out of working retail in the next couple of months, at least for the most part, but I really, really value my time working in retail, and I love working for Lush. So I'm gonna try and keep working for Lush at least for a little bit, but I would definitely, like, once I get out of retail, I don't want to really ever work retail again. I really, really appreciate my time working retail because it makes me appreciate other people working in retail, and I feel like everybody should have the experience of working in retail at least once, just to get that experience, just to get that perspective on how retail works and how like taxing it is on you, especially during the holiday season. Definitely, I don't regret working in retail and working Black Friday and like during the holiday season several years, but I don't want to do it again. I don't want to work Black Friday. I don't want to work holiday season in retail ever again. How did I meet my roommates? I met Shannon and Sonnet both through friends that I know from YouTube, and we've known each other for several years. And then we actually found Sarah on Craigslist, and she doesn't suck. We found her on Craigslist and she's not crazy. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, I didn't meet them in any like crazy situations, but like through YouTube, I guess, like that's kind of weird. Are you into Bob Dylan? If anybody says that they're not into Bob Dylan, like at least a little bit, like they're lying, or they need to evaluate their life. Of course I'm into Bob Dylan. What song has gotten you through the roughest times in your life? I mean, I feel like there's like different ways that you want to like get through rough times. There's like songs that just like make you just like realize all the angst and like just kind of you feel the angst. In that case, like It's a Hit by We Are Scientists, just because it was basically the soundtrack to a very rough time in my life when I was in college, and that just like was all of my feelings just realized in a song, and it just reminded me of it, and it's kind of just like been a way to kind of like attack my problems and my feelings. I don't like wallowing in my sadness, and definitely like wallowing and like crying about everything doesn't necessarily like get me through. Like Bon Iver like makes me feel shit, but I don't necessarily always want to do that. Who are you crushing on? Oh, hello Maya, who I met at work. Hair twins. I'm crushing on a boy, man, and he's crushing on me too, so that's fun. Man boy with a beard. Okay. Are you ready for the zombie apocalypse? No. Weapon of choice. My wit and charm. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why? I feel like sloths have the life. Also koalas. They just get to chill and like eat eucalyptus all the time. One of those two lazy fucking animals, or like a really majestic bird. So basically I either want to like be available to like go anywhere all the time by flying, or be able to be like lazy as fuck all the time. How do you find new music? Most of the time I find it through going to see live music, but a lot of the times, at least recently, I've just been finding new music through like friend recommendations. Like Some really good recommendations I've had from friends recently: Patrick Watson, Weekend at the Feelies, Man Man. I just am very open-eared. Like, I listen to a lot of local radio. KEXP is a really good resource. They have stuff online that you can listen to. KEXP's YouTube channel is the shit. Yeah, KEXP is a really good resource if you are in need of some new tunage that is good. Are you going to get a pet? Well, we already have 2 cats that live in the house, so I'm not gonna get a pet because I don't really want a cat because I don't need that in my life, and I don't need a dog because I have a dog at my parents' house, like Remy. I'm not gonna get a pet. Has there been anything about moving or living in your current situation that you didn't expect? Cleaning, like just cleanliness. And will I get a post box? I will at some point. Not right now when I'm still working retail and trying to save money. I'm not gonna like start spending money on things that I don't necessarily need. Once I find a new job, I probably will. And once I find a good location for one, I will, just so I can like get things from you guys. Cause I get asked all the time, like, to send me shit. And like, I'm totally okay with people sending me stuff. Especially like things from the UK. I love getting stuff from the UK because like we can't get it here. So anything that you guys want to send me when I do get a post box is fine. I mean, I like getting like treats like candy and like snacks from other places. Any sort of makeup brand that like you were really into that I maybe don't have access to is always nice. I love getting postcards. If you guys ever want to send me anything once I get my post box, a mix CD would be like the greatest thing ever. And then the last question, how would you recommend getting into music photography and journalism? I am going to make a new video about that very, very soon. So expect that in the next couple of weeks because I get that question constantly, wanting to do another video about like music photography and like getting into this shit. Even though I feel like I've made a whole video about it before, I will make an updated one so you guys can all like get updated on that because it's a well-requested video, you know? Like, I want to fulfill your requests. But for today's song of the day, Beijing by Patrick Watson, one of the artists that was recommended to me by a friend recently, but this song is especially awesome. He actually does his percussion on like kitchen pots, so that's cool. But yeah, Beijing by Patrick Watson, and I hope you guys enjoyed this answer me anything thing. Okay. See you guys next time. I still need to send off.